So, I forgot to plug my microphone in. You should be able to figure out where I am based on the heat, right? Can you figure it out? Take a guess. My name is Steven, I'm not living in Las Vegas. I'm your local Vegas vlogger, and there is only one restroom, and there's no vaping in the restroom, apparently. But I hope you guys are having a great night. Happy Sunday to you. I went to the 6 p.m. service at church today, so I'm a little bit later than I'd like to be, because after that, I was socializing and meeting new people. That's good, too. What's up, Kyle? What's up, Champagne Pappy? How you doing? Nice to see you guys here in the house with us. Choco Lips. I don't recognize your name. Thanks for joining us. Supports Coin is here. Eric 777 is here. Hi, Steven. Loved the stream last night. Cool. David Daughtery is here. Brianna's here. Steve V is here. Fort Lauderdale, Mark Jordan is in the house. About time Mark Jordan joined us. I have managed to save the video interview for last night with Derek Stevens. I cleaned it up. It took 7 hours to run an image enhancement AI algorithm over it, Topaz Video Enhance. The application is called. And I am going to upload that with some background and make it into a proper video for mañana, so enjoy that. I may be also pushing these streams back for a day or two. Guess where I am right now, guys? Guess where I am. Can you guess where I am? Take a guess, put it in the comments, put it in the chat if you're watching this live. I'm going to probably push back my streams later this week until 9 p.m. because it's going to be 114 degrees here in a few days, I believe is what the forecast said. And quite frankly, nothing works when it's that hot. And so even if it's like, I won't do it. CP, what is CP? I don't know. Not Caesar's Palace. Does this look glamorous like Caesar's Palace? This ain't glamorous. Caesar's Palace has got all the glam. I am on the Strip though. But you can't, I guess the noise, the background noise is pretty ubiquitous. It kind of sounds like regular Vegas places. Not in an arena. I'm at a 7-Up machine where it costs $1.25 because of inflation. But what venue am I at? I'm not downtown. I am on the Strip though. You'll never guess. Come on. We got 10 more, we got 35 more seconds for you guys to guess where we are. I wish I had cash as a cash only machine. I could go for an ice cold Orange Crush right about now. Not at the Fashion Show Mall, not at Circus, but there are games here. Oh, I just gave it away. If you guys don't know yet, we got 15 seconds. Not at the Excalibur, not at the... I am at the Pinball Hall of Fame. Stephen Kubik. Welcome to the Pinball Hall of Fame, the funnest place in Vegas. The only real safe place to take your kids. And the place where they take cash only, just so you know. They do take cash only here. So this is not a digital wonderland like anything else. David said it first. Okay, well, anyways, you guys are great. If David said it, I missed it. David is a winner, I suppose. I'll take your word on that. I love y'all. Daytona, USA. This game back in the day was I love this game back in the day. This is still a good game. Rudimentary graphics and all. Look at that old refresh rate. These are on CRT monitors. This is not. See the difference? CRT monitors had a refresh rate because of how they worked. So that's the old-fashioned TVs. This one, you won't really see anything. It doesn't have that same banding. But yeah, we're at the Pinball Hall of Fame. We're going to walk up north on the Strip. Kudos to them. They give me free parking here, which is nice. I shouldn't tell people where I park, but they do. They're nice about it. Look at some of these old machines, man. Look at this old thing. It's an old baseball-based pinball machine. Press to pitch. Fast curve or the knuckler. You push this to bat. So if I move this little thing back and forth, this would flip the paddle up. And then it goes, the ball comes down from here, pitches to you, and then you swing your bat, and then you try to hit these 3 ramps. And depending on what you do, you hit these cards at the back. Stuff up here, I assume happens. I don't know. This is on the south end of the Strip by the fabulous Welcome to Las Vegas sign and the Dream Hotel, which part of the reason I'm down here is because several of you have reached out to me on various means of social media asking me to go to the Dream Hotel. I've told you there's nothing happening, but we're going to take a look at the wall that says Dream Hotel. I also have some intel from Uncle Intel tells me that they may not have the money for the Dream Hotel. A lot of the times companies will do a groundbreaking when they do not have the money to support their vision. Hopefully they can get some more investment money. Darren is here, Juju Slots is here, CPU Wally is here. So this place here takes quarters and coins and everything else. Like, who had a dollar coin? This is a very interesting machine. Because obviously it's not a Canadian machine, it's too dated for that. So they've broken this place up into different eras. So they have the different eras of slot machines. These are obviously like the 1960s types of slots, and then they have the very new ones in the center. We've got some stuff here from the 80s and the 90s. I don't think, so when you see Taxi, you're thinking, oh, it's like the TV show Taxi, but it's not. What I find interesting and intriguing is the way that these back displays worked. You know, we went from the old-fashioned rollers to these, which could be like, this is the attract mode. And then we go to the other side. Let me show you. This is kind of like the evolution of these things, right? Then we had these red ones, red and black, high contrast. And they do a good job. They really do. You can see that there, LEDs. And then we have even higher contrast LEDs, but this is new. They don't generally do this on the old ones. That's just a new old to make it look very retro. And then coming back to here, we had these. Now we have actual LCDs, like what you see on your video game consoles. And then we have these ones here, which are like basically little computer screens. And look at that, they have one based on Rush. That's the favorite band of the channel, right? Look at Rush. Pretty funny. And then we have really big displays like this right here. Super high resolution types. So we have like full motion video, and there's only like a couple of companies that are even making pinball machines anymore. Back in the day, it was companies like Gottlieb and Williams and Sega and Atari made pinball machines. I mean, here's a Sega Space Jam machine back in the day. But now you just have Stern, and I think just Stern and Stern Pinball. This would be an example of them. And that big screen in the back. What's up, Verna? Alright, I don't know. What's this? Golgar was the best. See Fly by Night. Chuck E. Cheese was great back when I was 10. Do they have Defender? They do have a selection of old video games. So look, anything that's new and interesting, like Deadpool by Marvel. And they're just so complicated. And then we had trying to save the pinball industry. So we had interesting, innovative games like this that are multi-leveled, very big, short cabinets. They do have a selection of old games, like old arcade games. Let's see what they got. And those would be along the walls here. This is only a fraction of their actual selection. They have stuff that's not even on the floor. Here's one based on Vegas. This is another like older machine you can see right there. But Vegas, it's not like, there's no discernible Vegas stuff. It's just a bunch of casino. You could call this casino. Call this Macau. I'm sure they rebranded this in foreign markets and said Monte Carlo on it or something like that. These are some of the old games they have, and you can see stuff down here that's just not even running. Just old. Look at this. The guts. John Neese. Thank you, John Neese. Woohoo, John. Who do we got for you? I got some new ones. I got Manny Pacquiao fighting Floyd Mayweather Punch-Out style. I didn't even know this was a thing. And you can see we just hug. Floyd Mayweather says, no hugging. All right, John Neese, thank you so much. I appreciate you, John, for all your generosity. So, yeah, World Series Dr. Mario. Did you know that back in the day, Nintendo kids, that Nintendo made arcade versions of some of their games? Oh, man, super high impact football. This is one of the best back in the day. You get all the dust here. We're going to write our channel name on it. NLLV for Eva. There you go. I made my mark on the Pinball Hall of Fame. Finally, I had an impact on this place. It's about damn time. That is an inside joke. God, I don't know. They have Burger Time, Crazy Climber. They got... Who made Defender was made by Williams. I don't think they have a Defender cabinet here. But they have like some old stuff. Like this is the original Punch-Out. See, I'm just showing you Punch-Out, right? So check this out. This is the Punch-Out from the arcade. And they want to put on Nintendo. This is basically Nintendo Punch-Out modified to make it look like Floyd Mayweather and like Manny Pacquiao, but this was the original Nintendo Punch-Out, and then they couldn't do this in the home market in 1986. Yeah, so they don't have Defender, it doesn't look like, but lots of good stuff here. It's a cash-only business, so if you come down, bring cash it in for coins, your quarters, and they have you know, a nice little memory lane. This is a great place for kids because, as you saw around here, they have the big whack-a-mole type machines, and then they have some real historical stuff at the front that you'll never see anywhere else. Some of this stuff is got to be near 100 years old, you know, old Midway machines. Gosh, look at that. Pretty cool, right? Pretty good. This is what I was telling you guys about Zoltan. So the original Zoltan, we all know Zoltar. Well, this is who they wanted for the movie Big. And in the movie Big, they called it Zoltar. The way this worked is from 1969. These are big on boardwalks. You put your money into it, and then you needed to know, you know, your zodiac sign, so you might be a Taurus. So you would pick up the receiver right here, okay? Put that to your ear. That looks like it might be the original receiver from 1969. And then you would, after putting your money in, you would press the button for your fortune. And he would, you'd put this up to your ear and you'd hear the fortune on the receiver. So it's more of a personalized thing. And then they wanted to put this in, the producers of Big wanted to put Zoltan and have them wish to a Zoltan machine to be big. Well, the people that made this machine saw a big payday and said, no thanks, unless you pay us $1 million or some exorbitant amount. And so the producers of the movie said, yeah, we'll just make our own version. It's not like you've cornered the market on that. We can make our own version and make it very similar. And that's exactly what they did. And now Zoltar is ubiquitous. Nobody knows what the hell Zoltan is. And the rest, as they say. And now you know the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey said. Let's get out. Oh man, it's warm. I'm gonna turn the brightness on my camera down. So that way, hopefully I don't kill my screen. See, because the screen doesn't dim, but the screen makes it hot. What's up, Wall Street Warlord? Nice to see you back in the chat, buddy. So this is gonna be the, look at this. Hey, anybody want to tell you you can't drive an EV across the United States of America? The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of Elon Musk apparently today. So this is the goal, this is the thing. So Steven, you got to show us what the dream hotel looks like, somebody said, and they didn't know any better. This is the dream hotel, maybe someday. But again, my uncle Intel tells me that they may not have the funding for this. So what sometimes, I'm not saying they do or they don't, I'm just telling you third party. So if you're the dream hotel and you're watching and you want to sue me, I got nothing for you to take unless you want my iPhone. It's got a big crack in the back. Great interview last night. Oh, thank you so much, Kevin D. Kevin D, who do we got for you? What is this one? Look at that. I got the Bellagio. I got a Las Vegas commercial for you. Well, it was $2. We'll do that one if we get a bigger one. I'll show you the whole thing. Thank you so much. You are awesome. I'm gonna have to rank those based on the size of the super chat. You can drive an EV as long as you follow the charger route. Veer off and have fun. It doesn't sound like fun. Jimmy James. Love your, I never had your sandwiches actually. I'm lying to you. I never had Jimmy James. Jimmy James, is that the one? Smells are free. So sometimes what'll happen is a project will break ground with partial funding and they own the property, but they can't fund the project. So if built, the Dream Hotel will be approximately 20 some odd stories tall. It's really complicated because if you look, you'll see airplanes go through all sorts of hoops because the airplane runway behind here is reserved for military aircraft. So the airplane runway that runs directly behind Pinball Hall of Fame is for military only aircraft. That's where if Air Force One lands and it's not Nellis, it lands there. So the big immediate was, wow, you're gonna have a hotel. Can people climb up to the roof and, you know, do terrible things to the airport with, you know, I just say weapons. I don't want to say the wrong thing on a YouTube live stream these days. Or, you know, there's a service road back there. What if somebody can, you know, go into the back of the airport off your service road? They're worried about that stuff. They're also worried about people taking photos of sensitive military equipment from the rooms. So those guys have been through some hoops. And Dream Hotel. The Dream Police, they live inside of my head. But that's the Pinball Hall of Fame, and it looks really good. Janet, well, Janet's not near there. There's a Janet terminal and all that stuff too. I was reading today about what first contact with extraterrestrials would be like if it ever happens, when it happens. But it'll be one of two ways. Either, see, here's the thing. When one party is interested enough to make first contact with another type of civilization, you know, think of the Europeans meeting the Mesoamericans in Mexico and South America. Usually, it doesn't go very well for the people that are just sitting there chilling. The people that are actually going out to make first contact are usually the aggressors, and there's usually a reason they show up. So I'm just finding that very fascinating. Think about what might happen. Considering we're over here, there's Area 51, there's Groom Lake, there's all these facilities. So we're gonna walk right past the historic little Church of the West. Stevie J, could you give my baby niece Nori a shout out? What's up, Nori? How you doing? It's a great name. I love it. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. These guys are from He's wearing a backpack. Usually she's wearing one too. Usually Americans don't wear backpacks when they travel. But them Europeans are like, we gotta be prepared. I don't know why they talk like that, but they do in my brain. What about your brain? But we have the little Church of the West. I got married here. Where's the sign? Oh yeah, it's behind us. Shoot. Guess I should show you the Vegas sign, huh? We'll have to circle back. That's the little Church of the West right there. Oh my gosh, I got $15 from Verna. Thank you, Verna. Verna, she gets the full Vegas experience. Whoa, we rise. What does that say? I can't read it. My eyes are terrible. We rise. Oh, that's the GIF. It's a loop. Beautiful, Verna. Thank you so much. Let's loop back to the Vegas sign. The aliens came and saw Christ crucified on the crucifix and said, let's get out of here. I don't know about that. But okay. Huh. Anyway. Everyone is European in the bathroom. No, that's okay. Yeah, there's a joke my dad used to tell me. Jimmy James! Whoa! I got it from the Beastie Boys song of the same name. Just updated my Google Pay. Well, thank you. I think the last one didn't go through, so I'll make up for it now. Yeah, I didn't see it, Jimmy James. Thank you so much, Jimmy James. We got Raising the Roof with The Office. Dwight and Michael. Man, one day I'll go back to that series, but I'm on season 3 of Star Trek The Next Generation now. And boy, does it ever get good. Compared to everything else on TV now. Look at that sign. What was great about when they were doing the groundbreaking for the Dream Hotel was you could totally see, I gotta clean my legs. You could totally see the Pinball Hall of Fame in the back. Like, brilliant stroke of marketing there. You literally had that pinball right in the back. So pretty fun stuff. Let's go down to the Vegas sign and see what we can see. Hello from Kite Hill in Laguna Niguel, California. I don't know where we're headed. I might just sit here. The whole stream from one spot. This is my 46th stream in a row. To be quite frank with you, I am tired. Oh, there's another one of those BMW i8s we saw downtown. Electric gas hybrid supercar. So there's another big expensive one. And again, like always, they're tearing up the strip here in Las Vegas Boulevard. Why would someone want to stay at a hotel that close to the airport? Great question. Well, it could be because you really love pinball or you love Harley Davidsons. Or it could be because it's more like a boutique hotel. It's much smaller than most hotels. It could be because you have a convention. It could be because you're an overnight at the airport. It could also be because maybe you have a private jet. We're right now near the private jet for the airport. We're down near the private landing strip for the gazillionaires that come here. It could be any of those things, honestly. But that's the way it's gonna look like. The Dream Hotel. It lives inside of my head. I don't know, I'm singing Dream Police. I can't even name the band at this point. Also, I stayed at the Oyo. I really didn't hear the noise from the airport. Mostly heard helicopters, yeah. You won't hear a lot of planes. They don't land in that part. But you will hear the helicopters taking off and landing from, which one is it? Not Maverick. It's gonna be Papillon. Papillon, the butterfly. You get to name it Papillon, you get all the Europeans, yeah? It's genius marketing. Ha ha. Hey, Jacques, what are we going to name the helicopter company? Oh, name it Papillon. All the French, they will love it. Also, the Steve McQueen fans will go for it. Whoa, what do we got here? Adriel, Letty, killer live stream. Woo, thank you so much. That was fun. Oh, I got Mike Tyson. I'm a very peaceful person. Look at me smiling at you. I'm gonna bite your ear off, spit it in your face, make you choke on it. No, biting your ear off won't kill you, but when I spit it in your throat and you choke to death. But I used to do that, but I don't do that anymore. I'm very peaceful. Yeah, I just got me and my pigeons. My pigeons. If you touch my pigeons, I'll impale you in the eye with his beak. Anyway, thank you so much for the juice. Oh my gosh. Oh, I got a little verklempt. Doing the Mike Tyson. Doing the Mike Tyson impression. Let's see here. Folks, welcome to the #1 channel for discovering the true action on the Strip. We have so much action right now. Thank you so much, Wall Street Warlord. He's my hype man. You guys are gonna be like, he's talking too much. And I'll be like, I don't care. Whatever. You do what you want. Hi, Steven. My wife and I will be in Vegas on Monday, Julio 11th. Cool. Maybe you go to the Dream Hotel because you love Harley Davidsons. We got a whining sounding. Oh, look at the moon. The moon's out. Is it bust? I don't know. It's hot. It's always slow down here. There'll be a bunch of people at the Vegas sign all queued up. I already drove past it. Oh, is it Treat Trick that says the Dream Police? Okay. I just remember Apu Nahasapina Pedalon singing it on The Simpsons, and it's so great. These people are totally lost. They're totally lost, these folks. They're like, I don't know, it seemed like a good idea when we came here. Now where do we go? I don't know. Well, all the big hotels are that way. Let's go that way. Okay, we're going that way now. Anyway, there's the Vegas sign. Drive carefully. Come back soon, everybody. This is the south of everything, yes. South of the everything. If you ever get lost, just walk towards the big buildings. You'll be fine. Where's the Strip? Right there. That's the Strip. We're going against conventional wisdom and going south. And we're going to be real loud here in just a moment as we have a giant airplane here running its engines. We're not. South Point is so far away from here, man. If you try to walk from here to South Point, it'd probably take you an hour.
Front door.
Sinahan is Sinan is right. This used to be the highway to Los Angeles. This used to be how you got to the City of Angels. The Lonely Highway. But not no more. So we have our private jets here at McCarran with all the friendly razor wire you can stomach. And if you guys are ever out here, you can look up the numbers on the jets, like this one here says N670QS, like Sam. This one says N like Nancy 385QS. So you can look up these tail numbers and they'll tell you who they're registered to, and they'll give you flight paths. They're all registered to the Federal Aviation Administration, obviously.
Waits to cross Las Vegas Boulevard.
So what I was gonna do is I was gonna go up to the Palms today. And I was gonna go a little bit further than the Palms, but then, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to stay in my general strippiness for my 46th live stream in a row. You know, Arlo's right. Most luxury things are registered to corporations. You know what? There's this one guy on YouTube that I was following for a while till I figured out he was a giant swindler. Started doing like the get rich schemes and the programs. Grant Cardone. But Grant Cardone, he made a good piece of real estate advice. He says, if you buy a home, don't buy a home as you. Buy it as a corporation. Form a corporation. We have horchatas. Form a corporation. Buy the home under the corporation. Then you pay a corporate tax rate. And then you can rent the home to yourself to live in. And not have to pay the same amount on your taxes. Other than that, the guy's a total shyster. But, you know, still, good idea. I'm not quite sure how you are walking for so long in this heat. I can't be outside for more than 5 minutes, Cali Gal. Well, it's a different heat than California, that's for certain. It's a really dry heat. I've gotten used to it in the last 45 days. This is my 46th live stream in a row. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. I don't know what the topic would be. There it is. There she is. There she is. Now, am I just noticing this for the first time? I am just noticing this for the first time. How embarrassing of it. If you look behind the letters, welcome, you'll see the very faint outline of coins. There it is. It says Liberty on it. I'm just noticing that, and I've been in this town since 2004. Do you guys see it? Say yes in the chat or on the replay in the comments if you see it. You see where it says Liberty around the word L? Look where the white neon is a little blue and next to it is white to the right, and then it says ERTY. So I'm just noticing this coin says 1922 on it, on the welcome sign. Wow. I mean, come on. How much attention to detail is there in that sign? The Welcome to Las Vegas sign is made out of coins. That's going to go on my Vegas, iceberg video. Set a reminder that the Welcome to Vegas sign has coins incorporated into it. Okay. Yeah, that's going to go into my Vegas iceberg video that I'm doing. But I'm not going to change my name to NV Gal. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Stephen Campbell is a true symbol of Vegas, so thank you so much. That's insane. America, heck yeah. Coming down to fight for your town. We got the people here taking photos and getting tips. I hold up my light panel for tips. Okay. I love it. The hustle is real, folks. Yesco is the Young Electric Sign Company. The Young Electric Sign Company maintains the sign, and they also maintain, I think, all of the signs in the Neon Museum, truthfully. I think they do. Yeah, back in the day, a burger cost a nickel, and you could buy a car for $20. And then the government ruined it. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, if you haven't seen Team America World Police, it is very not safe for work and very anti-woke and very funny, actually. It's the South Park guys. Vegas Airport is very close to the Strip. Why would anybody bum rush me for an autograph? Nobody's ever asked me. Not true. Lies. One person asked me for an autograph one time. One person. One person one time wanted an autograph from me, and I gave him one. Said, "Dear Dave, thanks for the..." Never mind. That's an Eminem song. I did not say that. Back in the day, you could get a triple scoop. Back in the day, I remember back in the day, the daily newspaper cost half a penny. They couldn't give you change, so you had to buy 2 of them. Or you'd buy 1 newspaper and 1 pair of shoes for a halfpenny. If you don't know what a halfpenny is, what good are you? If you go south of here, yeah, there's the South Point Dam Resort. There's also the town square, which is worth checking out. Let's walk to the Bellagio fountains. Gee, Snoop Dogg, you're so cool on choosing my energy expenditure for me. They still have thrifty ice cream, by the way. Especially in California. I think they have a deal with Rite Aid, but you can get them here. There's a couple of gas station chains that sell thrifty ice cream. I haven't had ice cream in a minute, truthfully. We had vegan ice cream, courtesy of Tony. Fewer autographs and more money they're worth. Well, I mean, I sign my autograph every time I use a pin pad or a debit machine. Wow. No, I don't actually. I just scribble. I think it's ridiculous. What was that bang sound on the strip? I think it was gunshots, and people that are smarter than me say it was a car backfiring, but it wasn't. I mean, the car was moving, so unless the same car did like 5 U-turns to get in front of me, no. Love it. Frozen custard is the place to go. Back in the day, yes, Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson for president. Willie Nelson is like the most woke Texan you'll ever meet. Is he Texan? Or does he just call Texas home? A lot of those folks are not Texan. The Bush family's not from Texas. They're from like Maine. They just call Texas home. And home is really where the heart is. It was a sonic boom. Sonic boom. Sonic Boom. Wow, that's 2. Wow, I just realized Sonic Boom is in 2 video games in the 90s. It's in the Street Fighter when Guile throws a thing, and it's in Sonic the Hedgehog on Sonic CD. I'm a nerd. Nice to meet you. Thanks so much for your tiger uppercut. Oh, jeez. What is wrong with me? Oh, I didn't see a Street Fighter arcade machine inside here. They did have a Mortal Kombat 3, but that is my least favorite of the Mortal Kombats. I can remember it was 7 cents for this. I don't remember it that much. I remember when it was like 50 cents back in the day. Now I think the daily newspaper is like over $1. Sunday's like $3 or $4. And then they would justify it, you know. But you're getting $732.50 of coupons. For what? I don't need to buy furniture. Thank you. Can you do anything with 10 cents today? I don't know. I mean, Canada doesn't have pennies anymore because it costs more money to manufacture them than it does to, I don't know. But they don't have pennies in Canada anymore. Willie is from Abbott, Texas. Cool. Fremont tonight, huh? I wonder if there's any celebrities staying at the hotels on the Strip tonight. Probably, JC. There's always a celebrity here, man. Adam, I've already been in the Pinball Hall of Fame. I started my stream there 33 minutes and 20 seconds ago, buddy. What's a newspaper? Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. What do you think of the shovel in the ground for the new Dream Hotel? I don't think it'll be a locals hotel at all, period. No. And also, like I say, my intel tells me that this place may not actually be fully funded, which, to demonstrate how this works, just think of that big Ferris wheel not far ahead of us where 2 giant pillars are sticking out of the ground still, which wasn't fully funded. But what sometime, I'm not saying this is the case at the Dream Hotel, but very well, they could have all their funding in perfect place. What do I know, right? But, you know, with a place like the Dream Hotel, oftentimes what happens is that they don't have all their funding, but they do a groundbreaking, and what they're hoping is momentum. So then they can go to investors and say, you need to get in on this. Vegas is a hot commodity these days. Any good investor right now is looking at their portfolio and being like, oh yeah, it sounds great. I lost 20% this year. Dick. You know? Did they knock down a hotel to build a dream? That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I don't think so. I think this land right here has been pretty much blank for ever and a half because of how close it is to the airport. There is a severe height restriction on it. So not a lot of property. It's not very lucrative. You're not building a 50-story hotel down here. And as I was explaining earlier, like for example, you know, the Pinball Hall of Fame, they wanted to put a giant, huge piece of artwork on the top of this place, like a giant silver pinball that lit up with a flipper, and they were not allowed to because of how close it is to the airport. They said no distractions, you know. And so the Dream Hotel, I was reading, went through some obstacles and challenges to get approval from the county commissioner and from the Federal Aviation Administration and from the Clark County Airport Authority, mainly being that you're too close to where the military airplanes land. There are people going down into the tunnels right now. They said, well, you know, what if somebody wanted to, you know, climb up to the roof and try to aim at people with a firearm? That would be a problem. And yeah, to see the tunnels right here, this is the tunnels, part of the tunnel system right here. You can see the guy going down right now, actually. Let's not point our camera at him for too long. They said also, well, you know, if you're gonna have roads, then maybe somebody could drive a van full of explosive devices into the airport and boom, because that's the landing strip where Air Force One lands if they land at the McCarran. What's the ETA on Fontainebleau? I've heard late 2023, early 2024. What's an ETA? I remember when you could stick your hand into the soda machines and get free sodas. You shouldn't do that. It's stealing. But I know somebody who did it. See, what was the first pedestrian bridge built on the strip? Oh, that's a good question, Matthew. I don't know, really. That's a great question. I'm not going into the Delano. Mandalay Bay is not a stream-friendly hotel. This is a little Church of the West. It's on the United States Historic Registry of Places. Can never be torn down. Elvis and Priscilla got married here in a faux ceremony for a movie that they were in. Not Elvis and Priscilla. It wasn't Priscilla. Who was it? It was another big star from back in the day. Michael Jordan did get married here, as did Cindy Crawford, I believe, and David Copperfield. So, yeah. And then we have more land. This has been tarped over, so they might have a permit for this land too, but nobody's really talking about it right now. Look at the Luxor light sticking out from behind the Mandalay. Why do you keep calling it McCarran? Is it a political statement? No. Why did you just make it a political statement? What? Hey. What? Oh, I hate when people do this to me. Just stop with your politics. You are so ridiculously one-track minded. Not you in particular, but people in general. So this is the Object Dash LLC. I don't know what Object Dash LLC is, but they have a dust permit and a building permit here. It expires in a year. So 2.3 acres. They're doing something here. I'm not sure exactly what it is. No. You ever, let's say January, you ever write the date down? Last year was 2020 and now it's 2021. So you write January 4th, 2020. Well, it's a political statement. No, you just got used to writing 2020 for 365 days. I've been used to calling it McCarran for 7,600 days or something, however long 18 years is. So no, it's not a political statement. Get over it. The glass pull-in was down here. Yes, absolutely it was. There you go. But we have some cool retro stuff. Just why is everybody so political nowadays? It's now Harry Reid. Yeah, no kidding. What's the status of the Fiesta? That's not going to reopen until next year. I have somebody who I know that works for Station Casinos, and they said that basically they're going to bump the opening back to June of 2023 for Fiesta Station and Rancho and Texas Station, those three hotels. I don't know why they're not opening them, but they're choosing not to. So we have Allegiant Stadium behind the Mandalay Bay. Absolutely we do. There we go. And we got Stone Cold Steve Austin doing a guest gig at Tao. That's pretty cool. It's actually Fisher. I don't know what that is, but it looks like Stone Cold. Austin 316, baby. Yeah, this place is pretty slick. You gotta love the retro kitsch about it, man. I don't know how much it costs to replace a McCarran sign. All I know is that there's a fine balance between the lineage of a thing and the urge to change the name. You know, I think, for example, there's this really old vintage retro sign down there. It says McCarran Field, and it's from the 1940s. I think we should keep that one. But, you know, if you want to change the name, change the name. The name was changed by committee, not by vote. So how's that for a political statement? If you want to get political on it, Harry Reid's friends got together and decided to rename the airport. And they did it by committee vote, not by vote of you and me and everybody else who might live here. Not by international travelers. Didn't have a naming contest. Just a small group of people, I think 15 or so, all voted on it and said, all right then, so it's done. We're gonna change the name to Harry Reid. Not thinking about you or me or anybody else, but doing a thing for a friend. That's political. That's very political. And I don't care if they named it Paul Laxalt Airport and he's the opposite side, he was a Republican. That would still be wrong too, because don't name it after people that are politicians, man. You're never gonna make everybody happy. End of story. How about this? Las Vegas International Airport. Hey, that would have worked. Do I think it's worth the extra money? What, naming the airport? Well, we're not paying for it. That's the positive part. So look, another zone change. So this one says, it says proposed zone change, ZC22, H1 to PF. So H1 is actually what they zone casinos and entertainment. So in this one, it looks like they're proposing to change it away from a hotel development to PF, which is airport expansion. So they're thinking of expanding the airport on this lot right here. Pretty crazy, right? Lost Wages International. So having a public hearing on this. These hearings are kabuki theater. They don't matter. They're going to vote the way they're going to vote. You can show up and say, won't somebody please think of the children? They're going to do what they're going to do. So, anyways, we shouldn't name giant things used by every section of the public after political leaders. Like, you know, not in the year 2022 at least. Why would I go to, yeah, anybody can go, Mark. That's a good question. Can I go to the hearing? Sure, I could. Anybody could go to the hearing. It's a public hearing, so they have to put that sign out there so that everybody understands exactly what's going on. No, actually the taxpayers did not pay for the airport name change. So the airport name change was entirely funded by private money, meaning that the same people that proposed the name change no doubt knew that they would have to have the money for it. So they went out and they got donors who liked Harry Reid and said, hey, we need, you know, hundreds of millions or however much it's going to cost. So all of that stuff was done by the private authority. So at least it didn't cost the taxpayers a penny. They are going to monetize the festival grounds, yes. That's where the shooting happened. We'll be up there in a few minutes. Look at how nice that looks. It's beauty moss, eh? Oh yeah, right? Look at the Luxor light, you know? That reminds me of back home in Canada when it's real like light out, you know? But that light's huge, man. Somebody's playing The Weekend. That's funny. Playing Blinding Lights. I say, oh, it's this scooter. I thought it was a car. It's a scooter over here playing it. They're not getting rid of the Luxor, no. No, the Luxor is printing money on a regular basis. What's the best way to get from the airport towards Resorts World? Bus? Not really, no, because the airport is hidden behind a whole bunch of walking, and I'm sure there is a bus that gets up there, but I wouldn't want to take it based on traffic and time. If you can afford it, you just take an Uber or Lyft. There's a big rideshare area. It's very easy to find, so that's your best bet. Your best bet in Vegas for anything is Uber or Lyft, truthfully. Resorts World is pretty far away. Do not walk to Resorts World, please. Even if it's the dead of winter, don't do it. It's not going to be good. Yeah, I know, you heard that. I actually made a video on it. The Luxor is not getting replaced. It's not sinking into the ground. The Luxor is incredibly hard to de-theme and re-theme because it's a giant pyramid. So nothing will really happen to it. Heck, even in Memphis, they also have a pyramid in Memphis. And it was a giant arena where big fights happened back in the day. Mike Tyson fought, who did he fight? The Canadian-British guy. Oh my gosh. Can't remember, but you know, then they changed it into a Bass Pro Shops. So, yeah, I mean, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. It wasn't a Vegas-based YouTube channel. It was likely Vital Vegas. Vital Vegas has a proclivity to say things like that. Vital Vegas posted during the pandemic. He said, "I hope you enjoyed your last time in the Planet Hollywood because it'll be your last," implying that the Planet Hollywood would be closed and, you know, sold, but that never happened. He also posted that in the fall of 2021, I believe it was, that after Labor Day, the Sahara would be closing forever, going out of business. He was actually taken to court over the Sahara, over the rumor that was spreading. He won the case. He got a lawyer that usually represents pornography studios out here. I know the lawyer.
He's hot as fuck in his beard.
I know the lawyer through my job selling advertising. And he won the case. The courts decided that he has the freedom to say that. So yeah, it's a lot of things he said in the past that never happened. Some of the things he said in the past totally happened. So, you know, Hotel Galaxy is right next to Allegiant. Yeah, you don't want to stay at the Hotel Galaxy if you don't have to. So this is not a good area down here. The Laughing Jackalope has been closed for a long time. I believe the building has been condemned to be torn down. So somebody says taxes in Vegas are no good. They do have zone pricing though, at least. So that's a positive. Zone pricing is good. A lot of people really like it. So depending on where you're going, you know what you're going to pay. Going from the airport to downtown is one price. Now, I don't think zone pricing is surcharged either, which means that, you know, if your Ubers and Lyfts are surcharged like crazy, at least zone pricing will give you there on a good rate. If you guys are watching this channel and you're not yet, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. There are lots of interesting stuff here. We do stuff here that no other Vegas YouTube channel does, like documentary films, analysis on news events that go deeper than usual. Getting into investigative journalism here on the channel. Take a lot of time and care to make things. I'm going to have my segment of my interview with Vegas casino owner Derek Stevens that we did yesterday. Spur of the moment, totally unprepared. Had no idea what was going on, that was going to happen, and we did it yesterday. Look at these little souvenir shops. That is a beautiful picture right there with all the dynamic lighting. When your long streak ends, how long are you taking off? Not more than a day, buddy. I'm 46 right now, day 46. How much is a beer? $10? No, depending on where you are. So, for example, if you're over at T-Mobile Arena, I think Bud Light is $22. If you're across the street at the ABC store, a Bud Light is $4. Packaged liquor always costs way less than if you're going to buy it inside of the casinos, obviously. So, you know. So this is an example of a project that gets started but doesn't have complete funding. So this was the Skyview Las Vegas. Skyview Las Vegas was a Ferris wheel concept. So imagine that in between here we had a giant Ferris wheel similar to the high roller over at the Link. However, the Ferris wheel's point was merely to sell advertising, which is a fantastic idea, I have to say. It is very smart. I think it would have had a 250,000 square foot digital sign in the middle of the Ferris wheel, which would have been a key marketing element to to advertisers because flying into Vegas, doing helicopter rides, your ad here. And they built what they built, but then the deal fell apart. They didn't have enough funding. And now we have a giant hole in the ground that's been for sale. I think it did sell. And I think it's up to be resold now. Yeah, just 2 pillars, you know. Oh my gosh, there's a fire on the strip. There's a fire on the strip. I don't know. Like, you know, you see it? Should I end my stream and call 911? These things can get out of control because, well, there's not a lot of, I don't know what to do. Look at that. It's not a big fire. Fire! Fire! Settle down, Beavis. It's fire. Ooh, it smells like fire.
Fire.
Yeah, are you calling?
Yeah, what's the non-emergency?
Well, no, it's just call 911. Because if with the wind, if that sparks.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want it to catch this water.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, if that sparked. Are you from around here?
Yeah, I live here on the strip.
So you know those red flag warnings, right? That's what they're always talking about, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know? It's crazy, man. The signs. It'll likely burn itself out. If not like, oh no, look, it hit one of the drug control things. And big, full straw. Wow.
No, it's just fire. There's a small fire on the strip in front of the Luxor in Mandalay Bay.
It's probably gonna go out by the time they get here, but I don't think to call.
Safe and sorry,
Yeah. Is it hot? Yeah, it's 100 degrees still. Oh, there's an ambulance, not a fire truck behind us. Pee on it. I have water, but it's not gonna put it out. I have that much. Do you have any water? It's not enough. Yeah.
Try, but it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Toxic fumes. No, it's so what happens is you have these what happens is you have these are drug control. If you live in California, you'd see these everywhere. So these are full of straw. See, they're full of straw. And so somebody probably just threw a cigarette butt or something and it just sparked up. That's why we have, you know, red flag warnings to tell people, don't, you know, it's windy, don't throw your stuff out the window, stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's running just some heat to come traffic as well.
This guy's on the phone with dispatch. Thanks, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. We'll wait out till they come here anyway.
Yeah, me too. Well, we always said my stream was a dumpster fire, huh? All my haters. Now he called 911. He was on the phone with the dispatch just now. Well, we always said that Steven's stream was a dumpster fire. Now we have it. Blow on it, make a wish. Yeah, it's gonna burn itself out, but you know, that's good. It's good that it's gonna get called in because a little spark that could go, and then this entire front. You guys see that, right? Like, it's a good thing they didn't put that straw thing all the way around the perimeter, huh? It would have caught the whole thing on fire. You would have had a giant flaming ring on the strip.
You from around here?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel called Not Leaving Las Vegas.
Hey, what?
Not Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh, nice. Okay.
4 people watching a fire on the strip.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, for sure. What's your name?
Mitch.
Mitch, where are you from, man?
Right here. I live in the towers. Goes down.
Oh, okay. View is nice.
Fun spot.
Yeah,
I was
for
just going for
sure.
a little run and then
Yeah.
it's not this. It's Vegas though.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
Probably just like a cigarette or something.
Yep. Imagine showing this to a prehistoric caveman. That's true. The news is coming now. I'm surprised this wasn't on the Ring Neighborhood app yet.
They did say that they already were aware of it.
Oh, so somebody already called it in. That's good. There's 800 people watching a fire right now. Yeah, that's weird. Roast the hot dogs. Yeah. There you go. next palm trees will start to burst into flames. How hot was it in Vegas? Spontaneous combustion. That's how hot it was today. Yeah, there you go. Someone was cooking Jiffy Pop. Yeah, oh, I'm going to stand in the smoke like a moron, breathing in the fumes of this toxic. Look at how the cone is melting. Man, I'm going to stand downwind from it. Yeah, I mean, if they, so if they,
that cone is probably,
yeah, it'd be like wobbly on your run back home. Yeah, if they put that all the way around the front, if they had flood control all the way around the front, this whole thing would have been lit like a ring of fire.
I almost didn't notice it. Just by chance, I just happened to notice it.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to see on the strip, though. That's the way it works. Light your blunt if you have one. They could rename the airport now. No, they're not going to rename it that. So, how long does it take? You know what's funny is that there's a fire station right there.
I know, yeah.
Like
Oh, wait.
a quarter mile away.
Is that a fire station or a police station?
I don't know, actually.
I think it's a police station.
No, there's a fire station close to us, though, for sure, too. I know because I've been in front of the fire trucks before. There's one near us. I just don't know why it would take them so long to get here.
I thought that was them for a second as the ambulance.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
It's impressive. Oh, I hear something. I think I hear some kind of emergency services. All the poor Europeans are like, what do we do? I don't know. They said America was a dumpster fire. It certainly is. Yeah. Man, these Americans sure celebrate the 4th of July for a long time.
Yeah,
Jeez, they're still doing it with all the fireworks and the flames all over the place. Yeah, the stream is fire. There you go. Thank you, Peggy. Yeah, that's the fire truck, I believe. No, that... Is that? Okay, I got my contacts in. I can't see very well. Let's watch them spray it with water now. This is like hell. It's like hell in Texas. Okay, you gonna turn? You gonna turn? There you go. You got it, buddy. Let's watch them douse a fire. Why don't you just throw some dirt on it? Not going near that. If I touch that thing. Besides, there it is, boys. Get them. These guys are like, somewhere there's a burning. I'm not gonna get my day. These guys are gonna. They're not even gonna use the hose. We just gotta fire that stuff. Oh, I got a bad network connection. I want it to be good. There you go. Oh yeah. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? Sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's anticlimactic. Watch these guys finish up there. Yeah, I do that yellow dog journalism. The city is not very flame retardant. There you go. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. We can continue on, continuing on. Woo, man. I just cost the city of Las Vegas $10,000. You say that, but truthfully, if that thing got out of control, then we could have cost a lot more. So, you know, it is what it is. Heppa heppa pile of burning love. Heppa heppa burn love. 3 cheers for Steven and Mitch. Good looking firemen, okay. The city will be billed $50,000. So what? Who cares? Seriously, that thing could have been a lot worse. I'm glad that we spotted it and that there was somebody so I didn't have to stop my stream. That's good. Thank you so much, Steven. I literally live in the Oasis apartment. See guys, you're not thinking, are you? There's Oasis apartments right in the back of this place, right on the other side of this pad. And I don't know if this, I'm pretty sure this guy didn't win the governor primary. But he tried, and everybody gets a chance to try in America. But look at this, guys. Not only you can get a free dime bag in Las Vegas. I remember when a dime bag used to cost a dime. Somebody already said that joke, right? So across the street, though, there's nothing to see over here. It will cost the city $10,000 in the future when a fire like that only gets a response from a drone and douses it. I don't care. Good. If the city can fly drones, good. You know why that's good? As long as they work, it keeps the lives of potential firefighters out of risk, man. You realize firefighters have a really risky gig? They really do. Those guys will run into burning buildings to save people's lives. You know? That's big, man. I wouldn't do it. I'm not brave enough. I don't think most of you guys are brave enough. Man, it smells like burning. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna cross the street here and go over to the I've heard this called Mandalay Bay before. Or the Mandalorian Bay, if Disney wanted to buy the property and do a movie tie-in. That would be smart of them. Oh, the fire's out. Yeah, the fire truck's leaving. Those guys made sure. They made short work of that. I wanted to see them get the hose, attach it to the mains. Big giant torrents of water flying everywhere. Craziness. You know, I noticed that my signal got bad right when the fire truck appeared. No conspiracy. I wonder if that has anything to do, though, with the telecommunications on a fire truck. Very interesting, though. Flashbacks when Cosmo Pool had a fire. Yep. My dad he fell through the burning roof. Oh, see? There you go. Matt's father risked his life and got rid of his full abilities to be a firefighter. That's crazy, man. Matt, your father's a hero. Let's see here. So we got our Mandalorian Bay down here. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. The time to hesitate is true. No time to wallow in the mire. Oh, man. Oh, boy. The fire truck is powered by plutonium. They can also go there goes 88 miles an hour, a blast into the future, 1.21 gigawatts. We've got all these cool fountains out here. This is really a spot that's super nice to visit. Come out here right at the golden hour, right when sunset is happening. It smells very clean because they chlorinate the water. It's about 5 to 10 degrees cooler out here at all times. Really nice area. Yeah, I really like it down here. This is the walkway into the Mandalay Bay, which you wouldn't think, but it's totally worth coming out and seeing it. Let's go into the Mandalay Bay up here. This is the Delano in the back. Now, I say Delano, just so you know, I mean, it's named after a property from Florida, a company that still exists, and they named it after Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the United States president. So that's what it's named after. Ooh, it just gets hotter when you get in this tunnel. There's no more water around you. Let's see. Then we kind of veer off to the side here. This will go out to Allegiant in the back end, but you don't want to be walking these streets because taxis fly through here really quickly. This is the main transportation area, one of them for the Mandalay Bay. The other entrance is in the back. It's technically the entrance for the Delano, but it's very dead down here tonight, and I'm gonna comment on it before you do. So there's the Mandalay Bay. So curved. You don't really realize that it's so curvaceous until you come down here and look at it. Steve, a real weird question, but how come planes come in for approach from Lake Mead, but when they take off, they go towards the west and the mountains and then turn? I don't know. I think that would probably have something to do with share, like, I don't know, the planes seem to have one airspace that they fly in. There's parts of Vegas where at night you can look up and see 5 airplanes all in a row. 5 passenger jets all in a row, like a little convoy of lights in the sky. Helicopter tours do the same thing. They come in, share the same paths over the city. I think it's just because they know it's like a highway in the sky. So, and it might also have something to do with the airflow over the city, because we have the mountains to the west of us, and then there are some mountains to the east. So that might be the best route for them to take. You know, but air traffic is tightly controlled, pre-programmed into the computer before anything happens. And everybody knows where the plane's going to be. The routes are not random. Planes fly certain directions through the runways due to wind. So that's what I thought. Yep, there you go. So this is the Mandalay Bay of the big ornamental doors. You always find the baddest ass door handles in Vegas. Oh, it's really warm. Oh, it's so nice and cool in here. Jeez. Who headlines at this casino? Right now the main show is Michael Jackson and Michael Jackson 1 by Cirque du Soleil. And then during the summer they have a concert series here called Concerts at the Beach. Actually, there's a sign for it right here. So, Concerts at the Beach in September. You got Flogging Molly and the Interrupters. We got Matut. We got M. The Kaifanes. I don't know anybody except for Travis Tritt and Flogging Molly. But they've had bands in here before that you've heard of, like boy bands, and I think times the beach at Mandalay. Like that. Go find the owner of MGM Resorts International. Well, it doesn't really have an owner. Bad connection in here. Oh man, I'm so lost. Okay, our connection came back. Australia got a lot of water this past week. Not surprised. I'm in the literal bowels of this casino, so the beach is this way? I've never been out this way, honestly. Let's see here. So now I'm basically exploring off the cuff with y'all. I don't know how my quality looks, by the way, right now. It might look terrible for all I know. Cosmo probably has the best nightlife. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of good nightlife here. People like Hakkasan. People certainly enjoy Caesar's Palace. They have a lot of good nightlife there. Steve's arm is so hurt he couldn't dump water on the fire. No, but it is hurt. But the water on the fire wouldn't have mattered. I didn't have enough water to dump. He said dump. Encore, yeah. I mean, you got excess and at the Encore. Did I ever go to the ER? Nope, I haven't gone to the ER yet. Didn't really like Hakkasan, is what Bald Eagle says. Excess at the Wind is never disappointed. It's so fun. Lots of pixels. Yeah, sorry, Arlo. I seem to be stuck at a lower bitrate for some reason, but at least it's not buffering, so that's good. All right, 737 people, just so you guys know, we are at the beach at Mandalay Bay right now for some reason, somehow. Look at upstairs. Look at how beautiful it looks. Resorts World has IU, and they also have, it's so nice, right? They have IU Nights, I think it's called, or the IU. And then, what's the other one over there? There's a nightclub, a proper one too. So this is the deserted beach at Mandalay. I got really drunk at daylight in Mandalay Bay. Well, there you go. And now you got the story to tell. No, I don't know what. So when we were down there, the firefighters, I started to buffer and I didn't buffer back up for whatever reason. But I'm just happy that I'm getting some kind of connection at all, because sometimes in this part of the strip it can be really dicey. Look at the mood lighting, man. All you need is some LEDs, you know? Where's everybody at? Well, I mean, this is, you know, we're at the beach area. There are not going to be a lot of people here because the beach venue is closed right now. What's up with the Rio? Is it closed? No, it's not closed. Not at all. Not closed. We can see the fitness center at Mandalay Bay over here, actually. Got a lot of treadmills. Nice ones, too. I do say so myself. Sometimes these hotels, they don't have the best fitness equipment. It's an afterthought. But they have this here. It looks bigger than it is because there's a mirror over there. So they have these big old Life Fitness treadmills and cardio equipment. I guess that's it. If you want to go to the beach, you know, what you do is you go ahead and you just go to the gym and get real pumped as hard as you can, you know. And then you come out there, you look good for all the ladies. Isn't this place where the guy, no, he didn't shoot and kill 18 people, he shot and killed 58 people. And then 2 of them were so wounded that afterwards they passed away from their injuries and disabilities. So the beach is open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then they have the wave pool, Lazy River, cabanas. There's the Delano Beach Club and Amoria Beach Club. Registered guests only. You have to have a room key. After hours use prohibited. No children under the age of 14 must be accompanied. No pets. No glass containers. Oh, no outside food or beverage. No food allowed on the pool deck. Chairs left unattended for an hour will be considered vacated. Wave pool height is 48 inches. So that is the venue right there. I want to go there someday. It's on my someday Isle list. Let's walk to the Strat. Why don't you just walk to Los Angeles? It's not far. It's like just next door, I heard. Okay, cool. Cool. Steven, have you heard anything about Zillow? Zillow? That's that website. That's that website where you get all the people that buy houses. Look up your homes. Uh-oh, security. No, I don't know what a Zillow is. I know what Zillow is, but I don't know what a Zillow is. Is that like a club, or I don't know, is that a performer? Does he have 2 turntables and a microphone? We're not walking to the Strat, dude. I love you guys, but it's 12 miles round trip to get to where I'm back, and I love the Stratosphere. So how about this, Dwayne? How about this? Just keep tuning in, brother. You're new to the channel, and I appreciate you. Tomorrow night, around 9 o'clock, I'm gonna push my stream back a little bit later. This is where the buffet was, by the way. This right here. See this? This was the Bayside Buffet. It's not open now, but I'm telling you, Dwayne, tomorrow we'll go up near the Stratosphere, okay? I'll be up there for you, buddy. Special request from Mr. Dwayne. And if you look up here, you can actually see that this buffet now is just a bunch of chairs laying on their back ends. There's a bunch of chairs in the windows. But I remember that before the wife met me, she used to come here by herself to do champagne brunch on Sundays, and then we started going together. So I have some really nice memories of the Bayside Buffet. Bill C wasn't a fan, but that's cool. Walk to the Flamingo. There's Flamingo's back area. Suck for live streaming buffer issues. It's hit or miss. It really just depends on a number of different factors. So, wow, this pool is empty. No way. Oh no, it's not empty. It just looks empty. It looked empty from my angle. So there's one of the pools over here. This is a weird stream, dude. That's weird. Speaking of buffets, does the Bellagio still have the all-you-can-eat seafood? That's a good question. Some of the buffets have, like, they always had all-you-can-eat seafood, but some of them kind of dropped it for a bit. So I would definitely look at the menu or call the hotel. If you have a host, call the hotel. Yeah, they do close the pools early. I think Stadium Swim is open later. I've never experienced this level of service on YouTube. Do I have a crypto wallet? I have an ETH wallet, yeah, but I don't have it on hand, Dwayne. I do have a, I really do. How would I, here's a question I've often wondered. How would I even, I'll tell you what, Dwayne, I'll call your bluff. I love you, brother. I will make a short link to my crypto wallet on my MetaMask, and I'll put it up tomorrow in the stream. It'll be like notleavinglasvegas.com/something. I'll put that up tomorrow, Dwayne. Because tomorrow we're going to go to the Stratosphere for you, bud. 9 p.m. Tune in tomorrow. You'll see me on the Stratosphere stream. Look at all these nice fountains down here. It's so beautiful just to sit and chill and relax and all cool. You know, playing some b-ball outside by the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. Oh, I'm sorry. I started singing the Fresh Prince theme song. Dennis Triple D, love your videos. Would love you to do a video on slot YouTubers. How they make money if casinos always win. Are they working with casinos? Are the wins real? Yeah, Dennis, I can tell you right now. Thank you, by the way. You get Beavis, because we had fire. You get Beavis, baby. I'll tell you right now, the slot YouTubers are 100% legit. There's no fakery. They're not sponsored by the casinos. They're absolutely 100% doing their own money in most cases. Maybe they have donations from like people. I think my buddy Irwin Johnson once donated $100 for me to stream slots. So they absolutely have their own money going in. A lot of them get a lot of rewards from the casinos, so they might get comp stays, so that helps. And then they, you know, if they have a bigger channel, they may make money off of their views. A guy like Brian Christopher, let's say Brian Christopher gets 100,000 views every video. We could call that about $500-600 per video. So he'll make $500 to $600 on a video with the going rates on YouTube these days. So if he did 5 of those, he made, you know, he made $2,500. So it might offset some of his losses. But then I'm pretty sure those guys are able to then do their taxes and write off every spin on the machine as a business expense, because that's what they do. Interesting, right? So that's why we got Shark Reef, Border Grill, restrooms, Daylight Beach Club, and the convention center area. So I've never been back here before. This is my first time trekking through this area with you. So this is as new as experience as it is for me, as it may be for you if you've never been back here. So I'm so honored that you're here with me. Was there another fire? I don't see another fire. Fire! So there's another entrance for the beach down here. Is the 7-Eleven behind the Stratosphere that dangerous? That whole area gets kind of dicey after dark. Naked City's okay before dark. Big Jackpot is the biggest slot YouTuber out there. Yeah. No, but they're legit, guys. There's no like trickery. Look at the lazy river though, isn't that neat? We got a lazy river back here. So you can take your tube and you can tube. And I mean, you get this beautiful, I need a vacation. I love all y'all. This is the Border Grill. This is a famous Border Grill. Famous. They were on Top Chef Masters, these two. So this is a very famous place. Make sure that you mention, you know, Stephen, when you check into the casinos. I love you, Wall Street Warlord. I'm never sure what you're cooking up, buddy, man. Strat area doesn't feel safe even during the day. I disagree. I think it's okay. The whole strip is okay. Some areas are better. This feels safe all the time because I'm on a casino property. Props go out to the security that drove past me. Didn't say a thing because they could have told me to take a hike. They've done that before in Mandalay Bay. BC makes most of his money from his website and members on it. He pulls most of it back into playing. Comes up to $2 grand playing on videos. J Media, we're in the back of the Mandalay Bay right now. This is the Border Grill restaurant, famous joint here in town. We have convention center facilities and everything. So, yeah, back-end websites. Guys, I have a Patreon. If you guys want to support me on Patreon, for as low as $5 a month, you get extra content several times a week. As a matter of fact, I just posted up how there's another Aria. There is an Aria in the Philippines. An Aria. You know how there's an Aria in Las Vegas? There's one in the Philippines. I'm not going to tell you the spoiler, but go check it out on patreon.com/NotLeavingLasVegas. You can join for $5 a month. You can join for $500 a year. Whatever you think. But there is a discount if you join for a year in advance. Big Jackpot made all his money doing spam emails in the 90s. Good for him. I'm not saying spam emails are virtuous, but at least he made his money. Do I have an OnlyFans, Bald Eagle? I was going to start an OnlyFans. So what happened with OnlyFans? A lot of you guys think that's a joke. You're like, Bald Eagle's trolling this guy and he's falling for it. What a doofus. But no, a couple of months ago, maybe about a year ago, OnlyFans was announced that they weren't going to allow any adult content anymore on the platform because they wanted to get corporate backers and go public, and public money doesn't really back adult content. So they announced it. There was a massive backlash like you've never seen before, and then they rescinded it, but they still managed to get their money. So they got a bunch of investment money. So we're gonna walk up the stairs here into the Shark Reef Aquarium area. So I do have an OnlyFans. I've never used it because they went back to adult content, but yeah, we have Mandalay Bay with the Luxor light in the back. You don't usually see this view of Vegas. So we're in the back end of the Mandalay Bay right now. Philippines has a resorts world. Well, there's also Aria in the Philippines. Go check out my Patreon update from today. I'll be posting more stuff in that same vein too soon. So I'm glad these doors are open because I hate climbing up escalator or stairs and then they're not open. Speaking of Americans with Disabilities Act, hello. No regard for that here. So the state law in Nevada is that unless a casino puts a sign up, you can bring a weapon in. They all have signs, but you don't see them usually unless you look for them. OMG. It is so nice and cool in here. There's a full-on food court here. Holy smokes. So this is the Shark Reef with Mandalay Bay. Oh boy. It is flipping hot out there, folks. We just spent an hour and 21 minutes walking around in the 100-degree heat. Ugh. Anywho. Photo studio. Oh, cool. Oh, somebody forgot their photo. Nice family. So, what are the, you ever seen these? Look. Photo for $10. What do they have? How does I... Oh, I have to put money in. I wanted to see what the scenes were before I put money in. I think they would sell more photos if I could see what the scenery is. So, it's Vegas, but I think this is probably just generic. We have the Paris, Egypt. Who's doing this? Oh, that's Times Square. I thought that was Vegas for a minute. I'm like, if you're in Vegas, why are you taking a picture in a photo booth? So adults for the Shark Reef at Mandalay Bay. Some rates here. Oops. Okay, we got $29 for adults. Seniors, 65 and plus is $27. Children 5 to 12 is $24. And children 4 and under are free. And then it says, best value package includes admission to Shark Reef Aquarium and the Undersea Explorer and souvenir photo and gift for $41. Kids are $36. Upgrade to an annual pass for unlimited aquarium admissions. Ask your ticket representative for details. I don't know how many times I go to the aquarium. And so somebody here said that the aquariums are animal cruelty. I don't know. I mean, the thing about it is that there's some species of animals that they can breed in captivity that are borderline endangered, like borderline eliminated. So I guess then if that's the case, then it's best to have them here. But you know, let's ask some questions. We'll get some answers. I have some questions. I want them answered immediately. There's nobody here. I was gonna ask somebody, but all of the ticketing agents are closed. I don't even know what the time is on this. There's no, oh, here, okay. Box office opens at 9:30. Doors open at 10, but it doesn't say when they close the attraction. So I was gonna ask how long does it take to go through? I wasn't sure, but it doesn't say. We're in the Mandalay Bay right now. They have 2,000 aquatic animals you can see coming. So it's like big tubes. If you've ever seen pictures of like Busch Gardens down in Florida. Same idea. Walk through it. We used to give them away as timeshare gifts. 1.6 million gallons of water. Hold on. What's 1.6 times 3.84? It's 6.144 million liters of water. There you go. Whew. bananas, but banana pizzas, everybody. Yeah, sorry about that, Dwayne. It happens. The mods get rid of the naked bot, and then it comes back in, and then I get rid of it, then it comes back in. Happens to the best of the channels out there. Not much we can do since artificial intelligence just attacks everything. But mods be on the lookout. Ban the naked as soon as you see it. The mods are just humans there, Dwayne. Nice chilly night at the Falls in southern Ontario. The Falls in southern Ontario. I've been to the Shark Reef several times, Miranda says. It's usually less than half an hour to walk through. Then is it worth $30? I don't know. $1 a minute. Yeah, I love cheap thrills, but that's not a cheap one. Anyways, Dwayne, I don't curse on my stream. I really don't. I think I've cursed like a couple of times, but that was mainly because maybe somebody was going to attack me, or or my stream was just terribly bad. What kind of conventions do they have here? So conventions, right? Remember when we were saying if the conventions are going to come back? So right now we have Cardinal Health Retail Business Conference. That must be a pretty big conference. The House of Blues is in the Mandalay Bay. Yes, absolutely it is. So it must be a pretty big conference because they have every single hall all dominating the Mandalay Bay. You get a free pass to curse if a homeless person is attacking you. Well, gee, aw, thanks. Mandalay Bay, exhibit spaces, Bayside, FedEx office. How do we get to the casino? Okay, downstairs, food court, elevators, restrooms. Oh yeah, let's go ask security, that's a good idea. No, don't ask security. You can be like, yeah, well, it's back out the way you came. Oh, thanks, buddy. Maybe it's down this way. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for joining me. We're just trying to figure out and navigate the Mandalay Bay. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. And I put coconut oil in my hair to moisturize it. How does it look? I put coconut oil as a moisturizer in my hair. It's getting long enough that I don't have to put gel in it anymore. So there you go. Bill C says I'm going the wrong way. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Casino is huge. Oberdure. It is big. Is Death Valley really called Hell on Earth? No, I've never heard that. We're definitely the wrong way. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Yeah, we're lost in the Mandalay Bay. This channel's new name is Not Leaving Mandalay Bay. I don't know, I bought some coconut oil, cold pressed, organic, you know how that is. Shark Reef is boring. Oh no, Joe says. The best burger I ever ate is that burger bar in the mall there that connects to the Luxor. I'd like to get there. Stevens executives and dignitaries celebrated the groundbreaking of the new. Yeah, we were out there. It's the Dream Hotel. Sisolak was there on the campaign trail. Michael Stragrad says to go to Facebook Messenger. I just want to say I've been to a lot of channels and I am impressed with what an amazing interactive host of mods. Thanks, Dwayne. The other day you were saying that you were a little annoyed that the mods didn't welcome you. I've seen mods do that, and I have some great mods, and I love them, and that's good. Although the mods need to chill because the mods had blacklisted a member. So I don't know where I'm going. They actually blacklisted one of my Patreons who's been a Patreon for almost 2 years. And thankfully that person reached out to me directly instead of just rage quitting. Oh, okay, hotel and casino, it says it's this way. Oh, are you gonna tell me that I have to walk through the entire... No, it's gotta loop around. I have to walk through the entire outside again? That would be stupid. It's gotta be like this, right? Let me guess, there's like some kind of walkway this way? Okay. There's the Road Glide Rider. How you doing, buddy? So mods, do me a favor. If I catch any of you guys just banning people, don't do that, okay? Last night somebody was timed out on the stream because they said somebody behind Derek Stevens looked like LeBron James. Okay, but if you said it looked like Rick Nash, nobody would say you were being racist, so you got timed out. And that guy's a supporter too. So, as a rule, moderators, do me a favor. Unless somebody... People can't say racist things. Okay, that's not racism, by the way. What I just gave as an example. People can't say racist things. You can't say sexist things against women or men. You can't say anti-Semitic, which is anti-Jewish things. You can't say anti-gay, trans rights things. Okay? You can't say anti-religious things. I don't want to hear bashing on Christians or Muslims either. Other than that, guys, I don't care what people say. Let them say Bush. Let them say Trump is the best. Let them say Biden's the best. Who cares? You don't agree? Put them on mute. Okay, we're not going to talk about that anyway. Yeah, just go after the bots. That's all I ask you guys to do. I'm on the right path now. It's about damn time. So we have 2 Mexican places in here. Which is the worst buffet in Vegas? I don't know. Man, what a worst buffet in Vegas. Golden Corral, maybe. So remember we were on the bottom level of the Border Grill? This is the top level up here. Probably Golden Corral. Y'all know I'm not gonna like get funky on starting to bash the casinos, right? Wow, we got our connection back to 4,000 kilobits per second. Would I ever do a 24-hour stream? I've considered it, you know, tell somebody to feed my cats. Senate document, don't post a link in my chat, please. I've never been to Golden Corral, though. I could not tell you. It's so pink here. So we have the Michelob Ultra Arena. This was formerly the Mandalay Bay Event Center. And then the Las Vegas Aces basketball team plays here. So they decided to name it up, call it something. Whoa, sorry, late. Where am I? MLV. MLV, who do you get as a gift? You get Freddie Mercury giving you the winky wink. We are at the Mandalay Bay right now. I came in the back way, actually. We started at the Pinball Hall of Fame, and then we walked all the way down the strip. We saw a fire. We saw the fire department come and exterminate. Jeez Louise. We saw them extinguish the fire. There's the lazy river outside here. Pretty neat, right? We saw the fire department extinguish the fire. And then we started walking towards Mandalay Bay. And then I walked in the back way. So we walked all around where the beach club is and everything like that. Sorry, Chucky Gold keeps saying something, or not Chucky Gold. Big fan. A viral video of a plane taking off, apparently from the Red Rock Casino parking lot, has turned a lot of confirmed. You can't ever trust videos nowadays. Corn tamales at Border Grill are great. I'm gonna sit and drink some water for a minute. And you guys can ask me a question too if you want to. This is your host if you've not seen me before. My name is Steve and I'm not leaving Las Vegas. So yeah, you can't trust anything you see anymore nowadays. There was a video a few years ago of like a hawk or a bird of prey picking up a baby. It was fake. It was a kid's project. He was going to school like UC Berkeley or Caltech for visual arts, and he was making that as a project. I have an idea, Stephen. We should do a 24-hour live stream. Get a nice room for you at Cosmo that overlooks the strip when you need breaks. That would be the bomb, wouldn't it? Dwayne, you should, that's very generous of you. My skepticism is 10 out of 10 level, but if you wanted to email me there. I'm sure I can find some other people to kickstart the idea. Circus Buffet has been the best bread pudding on Thursdays. MLV, Mandalay Bay has way better facilities than MGM Grand. It's sad that it's way too far. MLV, what do you get? You get Homer Simpson. Woohoo! Homer power. PBH, powered by Homer. Oh, I have another one. We got Bernadette Lonefire in the chats. This has been a very interesting stream. Thank you, Bernadette. Who do we have for you today? Who do we have for you? We have Bruno Mars. I gotta get some more gifts. Oh my gosh. RH to our PayPal. She just sent to our PayPal. You get Katy Perry jumping up and down like she always do. Thank you so much, RH, to our link right above my finger, right there, somewhere up there above Katy Perry's head. Thank you so much, Bernadette. Thank you so much, RH. Thank you so much, MLV. Before you met Caroline, did you watch the Jerry Springer Omori show? Everybody watched Jerry Springer back in the day for a minute. I didn't watch it a lot. My heart goes out to all those people, man. They need love in their life, those kinds of folks. But anyways, Dwayne, I put the email up. If you guys want to email me, you can email me there. I can put something together. It might not be the Cosmo. I'd have to find a place where the signal is really good in the rooms. But we could get something cool. Let's see here. Cosmo live stream. Well, Cosmo's tough in spots for signal, you know? You should stream a helicopter ride. I don't know how tenable that is up high, but possibly. Yeah, we're in the Mandalay Bay right now. I'll tell you what. Moria's ending. Is he already ending? Is he still married to Connie Chung? Say what you will about them and their stances on things, but they have had a really long marriage, if that's the case. Cosmo gets 0 phone reception. Yeah, that's, see, Sefer Rahman is correct. They do get very, very poor reception. However, since I have both Verizon and T-Mobile in my phone, I can tell you sometimes Verizon is just decimated. Hooters live stream. You know, that was part of my plan tonight, was to go over to the Oyo, because somebody told me that they're now streamer friendly. See, Naked is here, and I have to delete them. I'm gonna hide them myself. See, they come back in, and then I hide them. I hide them. I know they're being hidden by the moderators. I'm personally hiding them too. And then they'll be back. They'll just make a new account. And they do this with lots of streams. I'll be Monday in exactly 2 weeks. Hopefully you'll finally meet you. That'd be cool, Justin. Ever been in a hot air balloon? No, I haven't actually. That's one thing I've never. They have hot air balloon rides in Vegas. Oh man, it's the Mandalay Bay. I didn't know that there's a YouTube meetup. Nobody invited me, so I won't be there. And unless I get invited, I don't go to those things. I know what happens. If you don't get invited, you go. Then people say, look at that jerk. He was just trying to cash in on our meetup. So nobody invited me to the YouTuber meetup. And if I get an invitation, I'll be there. I have no problems showing up. But until the invite happens, I don't just randomly show up to things. Verizon service, I read a really long, complicated blog post about it. It was very interesting. Tom's Crazy World, years ago, I was on Judge Mathis's. Oh, you won your case. Awesome. Good work. I heard the way those legal shows work is that you go in, you know, the person's a judge, they predetermine the outcome of the case. You understand what the outcome of the case is going to be. They rehearse it, you go through the motions, you get paid for your time, your travel, your hotel expenses, usually a per diem. And it's interesting. But they are real judgments, they really count. More convention facilities. We're coming out to the main casino floor over here at Mandalay Bay. Look at how long that goes down. That corridor is huge. Oh man, look at that corridor. That corridor is huge. Yeah, it's binding arbitration. Like, you can't sue your cell phone company. It's in your contract. You can't sue them. It says it. When you click agree, which you usually don't read them, it says that you agree to binding arbitration, which means that you don't go to a court. Like, you go to a person who is a judge usually in some case. In some cases, there's giant arbitration companies out there. Get some takeaway. Ooh, takeaway. There's a European term. Gotta watch Wapner. Yeah. Time for Wapner. Oh, they're playing Journey at Mandalay Bay, so I already love it. But also, the cell phone market is so competitive. Now, I don't want to jinx myself. The last time I was in Mandalay Bay, there was like no signal at all. And now it's really good signal. Have you ever streamed from the flea market? I've not streamed there. I've seen another streamer that did. I took in a GoPro camera and I recorded it in 4K, 60 frames per second. And then I did narration over it. And then over on Patreon, if you go over to Patreon, I actually did. Oh, Alstars sent us $10. Thank you so much, Alstars. Here's our link above. Thank you, Alstars. If you go over to Patreon, I actually did a whole photo write-up, like I did a photo essay with photos. I say with photos, obviously. I did an essay with photos and I wrote text and everything. You guys might like it. Thank you, Alstars. You get Kermit the Frog, who wants to be in Vegas. Kermit the Frog here. Yay! So this place here is famous. This is Ariola. I don't know. Is this named after the woman's anatomy? I don't know. But this place is famous for having this giant several story tall wine cellar. And when the restaurant's open and hopping, you'll see the sommeliers going up and down like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do. So yeah, right up and down. And they come in and pull the wine off the shelves. Pretty cool, huh? And that's of course like cooled to different levels. Luke Marr, love you, Steven. Thanks for your stream. Thank you, Luke. Luke, you get the Weeknd throwing craps. Look how cool he looks. Nobody throws craps as cool as the Weeknd. Look how impressed everybody is. Is that Johnny Depp next to him? Probably not. But it very well could be. Cool, man. There's a show on Hulu all about the 90s, and they cover Jerry Springer and Shock stuff. Yeah, it is a pretty good show. Pretty good show. Yeah, we used to come in here through the parking garage. This is a place called Fleur. Some of these restaurants are some of the most highest end restaurants in the city. This is, I think, a new place called Citizens. Obviously, everything in Vegas is constantly changing. It never stops changing. There used to be a place down here called Red Square, I think it was. And they had a giant statue of Stalin, or was it Lenin? That's closed now. Now it's called S? Is that what it's called? S. S is in Sam, I guess. I don't know. You could have put that fire out with your water bottle. No, I really couldn't. I was in front of the fire and you weren't. And, you know. Dark Side of the 90s. That's exactly the name of it, Izzy Axe 1991. So this used to be the place right here next to Light, which is a nightclub down there. And right where that giant S is, oh, this is S Bar. They used to have a big giant statue. Does anybody remember the big giant statue? It had its like head toppled off. It was Lenin's statue. Thank you so much. Not John Lennon, but Vladimir Lenin. Brutal communist leader. Yeah, they got rid of Red Square. It closed over COVID. They never reopened it. Realm Jungle was down here for sure. They have live music here, so you can see the band setting up with this little center bar. Center bars are popular in Vegas casinos now. Thanks for the name, Izzy. We'll check it out. Yeah, I watched The Dark Side of the 90s. Most of the episodes are pretty good. I think they cover a lot of big key moments from the 1990s. This is an interesting lighting innovation, isn't it? Look. This is just a giant cask of water. Isn't it? No, it's not. It's not even water. This is a giant, huge piece of milled glass. They just light it from the bottom. That's kind of cool. I like that. If you ever have a power outage and you want to make a lantern in your house, you can take your flashlight on your phone, turn your flashlight on, and put a glass of water or a bottle of water on top of the flashlight. And then the light goes out and it actually lights your whole room up. It's for people who live in places like what's in the Hard Rock location? Virgin Hotel is at the Hard Rock location. Had an ice bar. There is still an ice bar here. The ice bar is on the walkway that crosses over to the Luxor. So there's a walkway called the Shops at Mandalay, and there's the 54. There's an ice bar over there. Steven, did you? I don't know, but I'm thinking of the Surfer song, you know. Wipe out. Wow, you got married at the Chapel of the Bay, Christina? That is so special. How many of you guys here on the stream? Tell me that in the chat if you're watching live. If not, comment below. Did you get married in Vegas? If not, just shut up where you got married. I got married in Vegas. Where did you guys get married? Yeah, it diffuses the light, but it's very smart because it actually lights the room. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the stream is probably getting a little stuttery. I'm watching the bandwidth as I go, guys, so you don't gotta worry. We're gonna go out to South Park and get onto the outdoors. Annette says yes. Calypso Kins for the ladies here at the Irish Bar in Mandalay Bay. They have a afternoon tea. That's fun. Let's bring some Bitcoin to the cage and try to get some dollars. You can do Bitcoin transactions at, let's see where, Resorts World, the D Las Vegas, Circa Las Vegas, and also any Terrible's gas station location in Vegas. You can do Bitcoin transactions. You can get some Bitcoin money. Money, 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 money. Bitcoin's back up to $20,000. Ka-ching. Tom Barton. Either on the strip or downtown. Which one would you pick or why? I would go to the Wicked Spoon because I really like their mac and cheese and their fried chicken and their pizza. If the Palms could get their you-know-what together and the wait wasn't 4 hours, I don't think it's 4 hours anymore. Craziness. Stephanie McMahon was storyline married in Vegas, so there you go. Thank you so much for the juice, Tom Martin. I missed you. I missed Vegas. Oh man, the connection. She is falling apart. I'm giving him all she's good, Captain. I can't. She's coming back now. Oh. We're gonna get $5 Bitcoin, so don't buy any Bitcoin, I guess. Yeah, it looks like my stream is gonna work against me. Tune in to me tomorrow night. Can I say hello if I see you? Yeah, you should, Izzy Yaks. Everybody, Izzy Yaks, everybody's welcome to say hi to me. Everybody's welcome to say hi to me. If I don't have an audience, what is the point of doing all this? But anyways, here's the deal. Here's the deal, like the president says all the time. I want you guys to tune in tomorrow, 9 o'clock. I'll be out because it's going to be very hot the next few days. So I'm going to push the streams to 9 p.m. I know East Coasters, I'm so sorry it's midnight where you're at. This is Rhythm Riffs Lounge. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to walk back, just so you know. I'm going to get back to where I was. Tried to find a passage back to the place I was before. We're gonna go this way out the front, but I'm gonna start walking back now. I'm gonna keep you on the stream so you don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, but I mean, the further I can push it back, the better the temperature drops. It's gonna be like 111 to 114 degrees tomorrow. On my balcony today, it was 100.
Are you a YouTuber?
Yes.
Can we get your video?
Sure.
What's up, man? Bye.
Where y'all from, guys?
Stillwater.
Stillwater?
Oklahoma.
Very nice.
What's your channel name?
It's called Not Leaving Las Vegas.
All right. We'll go
There's
follow you.
600 people watching. You guys want to promote yourself?
Yeah. Go follow my Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
GOTTA__JOE.
How old are you, dude?
I'm 13.
Dan, you're 13. You're taller than me.
I'm gonna be a future NFL star in NBA.
Yeah, look at you. You got the build for it.
Go
Good
follow
work.
me on TikTok.
There you go. All right, man.
Thanks.
All right.
You should like type in my Instagram then like.
I wish I had that ability to do it. Say it again one more time, boss.
GOTTA
What is this?
_JOE.
All right, cool.
You don't want them in the
Subscribe,
video.
not leaving
Can I
Vegas.
read the video?
All right. Yeah, you're in the video. There you go.
What do I say?
Say whatever you want.
Hey guys, welcome to Vegas.
My snap.
There you go. All right, guys. Have a good night, okay?
You too.
Thanks, guys.
I'm not leaving Vegas.
There you go. Have a good night, kids.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
There you go. There you go. All right. These girls are way young to be wearing Drunk 1 and Drunk 2 on their shirts. The problem with getting stopped in a casino is that immediately I become the centerpiece for them not wanting a streamer in here. They think I'm media and stuff. So I have to be careful. But look at this. See how her spoon moves? That kid was 13 years old. He probably weighed 185, 200 pounds. That guy could play football. He's got the build for it. See how this moves? Isn't that cool? Creepy, right? Yeah, that's the buffet entrance. That's the old Bayside buffet. Our haunting grounds are all closed now. We got the live entertainment firing up behind us. That's the new generation, dude. The kids are gonna be okay with being on camera. I'm going home to the place I want to go. There it is. Really not old enough. Just looked at me real as I walked. Back in the day, we only had. Times have changed. I know, right? Big truck. Entrance, which could be this Mandalay Bay lobby concierge. Everybody's ready for the. Yeah, but he looked at me real hard, and I understand it too. They don't want me here necessarily. Room, walking past the elevators. This is the cool little entranceway. We were actually already this way earlier in the stream, so I'm trying to get out of here right now. Escalators. I don't know where their parents are. They're in a casino. It's probably the safest place in the world. It really is. I don't want to jinx it, but there's no guns in casinos, right? Security has them, nobody else has them. This place is pretty safe and locked down for the most part, Las Vegas is. You have stupid things that happen outside of the casinos, which I think the casinos companies should be more responsible for, but there is a point where we can't expect private companies to police the world. So it really is a back and forth battle for security of the peoples who are here. How much do you think these are? Because I'm not feeling it. I'm really, really, really tired. And that's probably dehydration. Oh! Sound like Andrew Dice Clay. Oh, I didn't have to do that. It says $3. Alright, I'm not doing that for $3. This is the Mandalay Bay we're in right now. We're exiting the Mandalay Bay right now. We were walking around this property for the last hour or so. $3. $3 for a little bottle of water. Well, so by the way, I looked this up and because I was out at Walmart. There's a place over by, where is it at? There's a place over by the fashion show mall called Fabulous Freddy's. They're selling water, but it's Walmart brand. It's Great Value water. So I took a guess on the stream how much Great Value brand water is. It's actually, it works out to, I said 16 cents. It's actually 13.5 cents for one bottle when you buy it in a pack at a Walmart store. They probably bought it at a Sam's Club for even less money in a larger pack. 13 cents and they wanted $3 for it. So give you an idea what the markup is like. Matthew paid $6.75, but you likely got 1 liter of water. That was 500 milliliters. That was half a liter. So you know what? You would have bought 2 of those and gotten away cheaper than you did. Let's see here. Last time at the Casino Royale, about a year and a half ago, some guy was running around with a knife. What? It's crazy. Happy Chulo. Sorry about my bad connection, boss. I go through all the lengths of heaven and hell to try to get you guys a great connection and a great quality stream. I use the very best phone on the market. I use a professional gimbal. I'm the only streamer that has a 6-foot telescoping pole that I can give you a simulated drone look. Here, I'll show you that right now. Because I don't think you're getting chopped right now. But sometimes, you know, there's certain things that I really can't control, and one of those things is 100% cell phone networks, you know? But I try my best. So we can give you a big drone look right now after I get away from this tunnel, see? So we can go like this. Go droney, droney, droney. Oh my gosh. Look at that, we're way high up now. Ooh, it's nice on there. You know, stuff like that. I think it's cool quality of life, you know? Quality of life performance enhancements on my stream here for y'all. A VPN wouldn't help. VPN actually makes things considerably worse than how they work. I wouldn't use a VPN for streaming ever. Not even at home where I have a T-Mobile connection that's like 300 megabits per second down and 50 up. I wouldn't use that. No way, no way, no way. VPNs will always slow you down. Anytime you got to put an extra step between you and your destination on the internet, it's like if you were going to try to, okay, let's say you're going to drive to, from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, right? You know the route. You take the 15. Now if you make stops in between, it slows you down. Sefer Aman. What does he say? Hope you do a great clips video. I don't know how to do those. Thank you, Sepper. I do a stream every day though, so I mean I can post up more content. Sepper, what do you get? You get this weird GIF that says, "Welcome to Vegas, the resort bargain of the world," which makes no sense. Thank you so much, Sepper, for you get that GIF. So yeah, so when you put an extra stop, a VPN, if you don't know what that is, it stands for a virtual private network. And they're great services, and I've bought a VPN. I've been a subscriber of private internet access for damn near a decade for privacy reasons. When you buy a VPN, what it does is it puts a stop in between you and the website that you're trying to connect to, and it routes your website traffic and anonymizes it so nobody can know what you're looking at. But that extra stop increases your latency and it slows down your bandwidth, always, as a 100% of the time general rule. So it won't help. Good morning, it's Leanne Robson from the United Kingdom. Nice to see you, Governor. Thanks for being on my stream tonight. So we can fly high. Let's fly like an eagle. Let's go on zoomy zoom camera too. Put it up here. I do this on Fremont Street, quite my favorite things to do. Where we can fly up here. Not much, actually. There you go. Oh my goodness. It is beautiful tonight, yes. I'm learning to fly, but I ain't got wings. Long pole impressed. I try my best. Oh boy. It is still hot. It's 99 degrees now. Well, it went down by a degree, so there's that. We love your videos, man. Thank you, Semper. What you do, you really have no idea. Guys, here's the thing, Mark is back. Everybody does what I do, okay? There's like right now, there's probably 10 streamers doing what I do. But I want to thank you for being here because you are a big part of my day. And you're a big part of my life, and you have been a big part of my life with my wife, Caroline, for the past 3.5 years. It's wonderful. But everybody does what I do. I just want to point that out. Like, I don't want to sit up here and go, yeah, I'm number one. No, everybody does this. The barrier of entry is very small. Everybody on the planet has a cell phone. And a YouTube account is free, and a free app can get you streaming with with 0 subscribers. But thank you for the compliments. Might be audio problems, huh? You guys having some audio misfires? Let's see if I can fix that. Oh my goodness, where is it? Is anybody having audio problems but just John? I read you, Homer. You interact with us and it makes a huge difference. They all interact with y'all, Bernadette. It's just that I'm older than all of them. So I think I resonate with you guys differently. But they're all talking to you, I'm sure of it. Okay, here's the trick. I don't watch other streamers. Okay? I don't. And the reason I don't is several-fold. Number one, I'm always on my stream. Number two, I don't want to copy them. And number three, I'm quite a jealous person, so I get upset when people with way smaller audiences than me get way more people than me. So I wonder, what am I doing wrong? When I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, I just think it's a lot of randomization as to who gets what audience what night. I just think it's a lot of bollocks about how the YouTube system works. How were the early days of stream when there were 0 viewers? Do you still talk to the people? Yes, absolutely. My very first stream I ever did was in my backyard at a place we were renting. I saw a giant spider, I freaked out. But I've always talked to everybody, and that's the most fun part. I can't imagine, like, come on, you think it would be so traumatic? It would be way harder to walk down the strip and not say anything for an hour and a half than it is to just talk to you all, because you're human beings. So there's that. But no, I've always talked to everybody. I watch a lot of old. I've said this 100 times before. I grew up on AM radio. This is radio. Sorry, it's Everclear. Canadian AM radio. Then I moved to the States. I listened to American broadcasters, and they always have the best part of their shows to me were always when there was a caller on the line. Whew, man. Oh, sweaty. Oh, good Lord. Hi, Steve. I'm in Las Vegas visiting my dad. Little Rosie says, cool. Well, you're not being drunk with a lot of low IQ members that just want someone to buy drinks for and get drunk with. Well, there's that. But some people have a different style than me. Coast to Coast AM with Mark Bell live from the Kingdom of Nye. I sound like Adam Carolla. Well, he is super successful, so maybe one day I'll have his bucks too. Do you live by the Silverton? The street looked familiar when you were vlogging. John Meese's audio is better. Cool. Man, I could kill for some McDonald's right about now, but I haven't been to the gym since I tore my arm up. Have you ever been on a chopper? I never have. I've had opportunities to do it. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of a scaredy cat. Mandalay Bay is a massive property. Now I gotta go. Dang it. Son of a gun. Hold on. Ah. I knew this would happen. I knew as soon as I cleared these trees, I knew exactly what was going to happen. I still have a communion cup from church in my pocket. You know that? I do. I gotta plug my wind resistance in. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I'm kind of scared to go to on a helicopter. Is renting a house to live in a dumb idea? I mean, if you listen to Robert Kiyosaki, hold on. So if you hold on. If you listen to Robert Kiyosaki, he'll tell you that renting a house is the best idea. He'll say that owning a home is a bad idea because most people consider it the biggest asset that they have, but it's an asset that takes 30 years to pay off. So he says don't own a home. He teaches people to buy into things that make them more money on an active basis, and a home doesn't generally do that. However, Seems like lately home values are just going up everywhere, so maybe it does make you money. Yeah. Anyway, let's get walking. I had to plug my windsock in. I still have a communion cup from church in my pocket. I took communion, but I still have it. Look, I didn't realize because I don't want to throw it, like I wanted to throw it in the garbage. So there's the communion cup from church today. We talked about the message of Jesus. I walked over 10,000 steps out of 2 days. Yeah, I haven't had fast food in a long time. I actually tried to get McDonald's the other night, but it was past midnight when I got home, and the menu had switched over to the breakfast menu. I didn't want breakfast. Don't you get better tax breaks when you own? Yeah, you can get tax breaks when you own, but if a person had a bunch of money to invest, there's lots of ways to invest it. I'm not telling you financial advice because I'm a YouTuber and I'm not a homeowner, so what do I know about it? Hey Steven, I've been going to Lake Mead every other day and live streaming it, and it's so bad getting whatever. Oh, Carlos. I did a documentary on Lake Mead. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on my channel. It's 12 minutes long, roughly, and it is in 4 parts. And on the documentary, we discuss the history of Lake Mead. Actually, we discuss the history of water in this area in general, dating all the way back to the Paiute people that called this land home for 15,000 years before the Europeans. Well, it wasn't the Europeans. It was, well, yes, it was. It was the Spaniards before the Europeans showed up. And then we talk about what's happening at Lake Mead today and the history of Hoover Dam and the construction. And then we talk about how we got to this point. And then we talk about potential solutions and what's happening now to try to solve the crisis and mitigate the problem. So it's on my channel. You should go watch it. You should share it. It's definitely share worthy. It needs more views than it has, but I uploaded it at the worst time possible, Friday at 8 p.m., not thinking that's the worst time possible. I should have waited till Monday at 6 p.m. But I over-edited it. My next one will not have as many cuts and flashes and blinking lights. But I learned a lot doing that, and I'm going to be working on a new one here very soon. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I do things a little bit differently here on the channel, so subscribe for that. And, you know, I do short films. I like to create things. I like to talk about topics and teach people things. And that's what I like to do. And if you're watching and you don't know, I'm from Canada, so maybe you like me more now. All the Canadians watching are like, oh, I knew it, right? Oh, this guy is cool. I knew it. I don't know. How many steps do I have in today? I don't know. I'm about at 18. What's 18? Call it 1800 plus 800, right? So I'm about 2,600 calories for the day. Depends on the housing market. Okay. All Stars, it depends on where you go. McDonald's off the strip is still cheap. You can still buy $1 sodas off the strip. Use the app on your phone. Thank you, Steve. You just posted up our documentary. Watch a documentary, share the documentary. The positive thing about the documentary is it's getting views that are not just my subscribers, which is good. Key to Vegas, we're going back to the Pinball Hall of Fame. They've already closed. They close at 9 p.m. Sundays, but we're walking back in that general direction. So something you don't know about Mandalay Bay is that the entire top of the entire property is covered in solar panels. They did that a number of years ago. So the entire thing is covered with solar panels, which makes it a very green building. And I'm not an environmentalist, but I do enjoy a clean environment where I live. So I am happy that we have companies that give a darn to do that. But see, it's not that these companies are all of a sudden give a hoot, don't pollute. No, the companies are now realizing that if they can build enough infrastructure of their own, they can get off of the grid in Las Vegas, which MGM Resorts International has done. They have gone off the grid. They are basically, they built a 100 megawatt solar power facility. Buildings like the city center have their own natural gas plants in the back. Natural gas is a very clean burning gas before You guys say it's dirty to burn gas, and natural gas is very clean to burn. And then they have an agreement to purchase power from outside the state from clean energy companies. So they paid close to $1 billion with a B dollars to get off of the NV Energy grid. The Hatalorian, local and Canadian as well. Met you on the street a few months back. Love the channel and just sending this to support. Keep it up. Thank you. Who do we get for you? I'm running out of animated gifts. We're going to show you Elmo. Elmo is happy. Look at Elmo. Is he hosting Jimmy Kimmel? Is that what it is? The show would be better if he hosted Jimmy Kimmel every night. They also get grants and tax breaks. This is true, Hojo. This is true too. I mean, the story of energy power consumption in Las Vegas, it's a very interesting one, you know? The water is interesting to take a look at. The fact that all of this life exists out here is absolutely amazing. Do the Aces play in the Mandalay Bay Convention Center? Yes, they do. They do play there. It's actually called the Michelob Ultra Arena now. They got a corporate branding so they could offset the costs of running a building that they already own, I guess. But the Aces don't own the building, they just rent it out. Usually professional sports teams like to own buildings, but I don't think that there is a single WNBA franchise that's really in a position. That's not a slight on the WNBA. That's just a reality of the economics of the WNBA, who gets subsidized yearly by the NBA just to stay in business. Slight on the WNBA either. Those are just facts, and as somebody that will annoy a lot of you once said, facts don't care about your feelings. So that's a fact, Jack. What are the laws on stun guns in Vegas? I don't think there are any. This state is pretty liberal. Well, that's the wrong term because people don't know what that means when I use it in the wrong context. The state is pretty open about what you can carry. I think you can even carry a karambit that actually sits on your finger like an iron knuckle. I think those became legal a few years ago. So you can't have iron knuckles, okay? There's no such thing as, you can't have a blade that you press a button and a spring comes out. Those are dangerous too. Those are also, like, they're felony convictions, but you can carry pretty much anything out here. They've been subsidizing the WNBA for 25, 30 years, as long as the WNBA's existed, I think. Listen, it's good that there's women professional sports, okay? It's positive, because women will play basketball their whole lives through the NCAA college and then have nowhere to go with it. So I think it's good, and it also teaches young ladies that they can do something to aspire, and these are all positives. We're going to be really positive about this, you know, because I love women. My mom's a woman, my grandpa's a woman, my wife's a woman, and so, you know, show some respect. Every single woman in the WNBA, even the bench warmers, would destroy me in a single game of 1 versus 1, one-on-one. Let's see here. Steven, coming up on the NBA All-Star game. Yeah, I don't watch MLB. What's? All right, buddy. God bless Vegas, buddy. That guy is really European. He just stopped just to get on my camera. That is so fun, dude. That is so fun. Look at that. We walked for 2 hours and 13 minutes tonight. That is a fun walk. This is my activity burn today, as 800 calories. 800 calories there. Nice. Nice. Look at the forecast. It's going to be a warm one. Let's see if I can pull that up for you guys, so you guys can get an idea. Reason right here, I'm going to be starting my streams at 9 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to do 9 p.m. streams starting tomorrow. I'm going to be over at the Stratosphere tomorrow at 9 p.m. So if you guys are around and you want to say hello, I'm giving you advanced warning. If you want to avoid me like the plague, I'm also giving you advanced warning for that too. We got a lot of construction down here, don't we? Look at all the infrastructure. LA is hosting the All-Star game. That's fun. What series watch and how's the homeless situation? This is the one that came out before the current one. I don't know what series the current one is. I was going to upgrade. I'm glad I didn't, because then crypto crapped out and I lost my channel sponsor anyways. So my money is all over the tight garbage wasteland of crap. And then how's the Irving, hold on, Irving, send me a Patreon message if you're having problems with Patreon content. Sorry. Irving Johnson. Ground control to Irving Johnson. Send me an email if you're having problems with Patreon, Irving. Please send me an email. I don't want you to have problems with it. I hope Irving Johnson heard me. I'm saying his name multiple times. He's on my Patreon. And I want him to have a good time with Patreon. Homeless problem is getting worse in Las Vegas. I'm not here to sugarcoat things or to tell you that everything is $5 drink specials and 2-for-1 buffets. The homeless problem is getting worse in Vegas, unfortunately. So, how do we solve it? We don't solve it, really. It's going to be a problem. It's always been a problem, but now it's getting worse, and I don't know why it's getting worse. That's something that perplexes me. I'm sure there's socioeconomic reasons that that I have no idea. I'm not smart enough to understand. What's the weather like now in Vegas? It is 99 degrees. So it's a little bit of a toasty one today. Toasty, as they said back in Mortal Kombat. But yeah, it's warning. It's hot. It's hot. This is the police station. When I was a kid, my mother called them a cop shop. It was not a derisive term. She just called it a cop shop. So it's right over here on the other side of this this concrete structure. Is that the Dream Hotel? Yeah, so the Dream Hotel is right across the street from, right on the other side of the Pinball Hall of Fame sign. So much construction out here, man. At any given moment, you'll see a million people doing construction. And they do it at nighttime. All night they'll work on this because, I mean, it's hazardous to go outside during the day and do this kind of work. You're not going to want to do it. So it's a nighttime job. And I think that that also increases the risk because, you know, more people are drinking alcohol at night, driving their cars. People drink and drive in Vegas. It's a big thing that you don't think of, but they do dumb things. Irving, you're not going to, for notifications, that's not a Patreon thing. So if you guys aren't getting your notifications for live streams, that's a YouTube problem. It's not Patreon. So your best bet is to unsubscribe my channel, then resubscribe and hit the bell and say all notifications. This happens to me too with the channels that I really enjoy the content of, that are just all over different types of channels. I don't get their notifications. I have to check in on them. It's not as bad because they're not live streams like this, but I understand. Yeah, pinball, baby. Yeah, we have 2 seasons in Vegas, construction and no construction. But it's pretty much never ending, like Gucci is saying. I would agree. Gucci, did you ever watch The House of Gucci? It's quite a good movie. It's quite a good one. I enjoyed it a great deal. Lady Gaga is quite an excellent actress. Ugh. Guys, you're saying, like, people say, like, oh, homelessness is trendy. It's very hard to be homeless in Las Vegas. It's not a nice place to be homeless. So that's the Dream Vegas. People were asking where it is. It's just basically a couple of signs. Our roads are trashed by frost, but in the case of something like Dream, what they have to do is they have to bury new infrastructure. And even if it's not a new hotel, like the Dream Hotel is fixing to be, they're constantly needing to upgrade the, they have to upgrade Irving, again, just unsubscribe to the channel, resubscribe to the channel, and then hit the bell. But make sure if you're on a mobile device, you have to hold down the bell and slide up to enable all notifications. So in a place like Vegas, they're constantly upgrading the capacity of drain pipes underneath the street, or they have to drop new fiber into the street. I mean, it's just a never-ending struggle. And this road here, if you look, this road is just recently finished. They only recently stopped construction. Look how nice the asphalt is. This used to be just, you thought you were driving around in, like, I don't want to say a city name, Caracas, Venezuela. I'll just pick on Caracas because it's not a very good city in terms of safety and infrastructure. And I don't think anybody from Venezuela is watching. Well, I love Venezuelans. The people are nice. The government's horrible. Starving out the people because of socialism. See, remember I said, okay, look, were you watching earlier? I said there's a fire station on the Strip. There is, right there. We had a fire that we were looking at. And I was telling the younger guy that was out for a jog, I said, there's a fire station on the Strip. He's like, isn't it a police station? I said, no, I'm pretty sure there's a fire station somewhere. So I knew I wasn't tripping. Irving says, yeah, he's not getting streams from Patreon. The streams never go on, like, I don't do streams on Patreon. So he says he's getting his content notifications from Patreon when I do a post there, but he's not getting these streams in particular, I think. But he'll email me and we will suss it out because I am always here to help people. The Patreon is a completely voluntary thing that some people are doing to help support us outside of YouTube. And we certainly appreciate it. So I am here. I understand y'all don't owe me a thing to join it, and you're doing it out of the love that you have for me and my wife, Caroline, and Christian, our godson. And so thank you guys so much for that. Vegas doesn't look like, oh, I missed that. Whew. I'm not going to say Detroit. Detroit has some nice areas, buddy. I'm not going to hate on anybody. That's not my MO, baby. Let's go to the Vegas sign again. We were here earlier. Yeah, there's also the reason why. Do you know why? You guys want to know why TK702? Why is there a fire station? And now, by the way, for those of you not from the United States, you might not know this, but in general, when there's a fire station, trained EMTs too, I think. A lot of them are. I don't know if that's true, but the fire station doubles there as a as an ambulance, like a first EMS, emergency response services, or sorry, emergency medical services. I'm really hot, by the way. It's been a long time. The stream is 2 hours 22 minutes long. So what happens is, our godson's a fully grown man. He's in dental school now. We're trying to get him out of the Philippines. What happens is, a developer comes along and they say to the county commissioners, we want to build the world's largest resort property called City Center, right? The county commissioners look at the area and they say, well, show us how many rooms. And they say, oh, you know, about 8,000. And the county commissioners say, well, there's a problem. We don't have the correct amount of like infrastructure in terms of fire and medical. So what I understand it, I don't know if it's still the same case. MGM Resorts International pays for the fire station to run underneath the city center as a part of the agreement that actually got them zoning for that area, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. So they're paying for it because there's too many people in one spot, you know? And Silver Kino Gary is right. There's actually TikTok videos that show this. You can go on Google Maps and use the Google Maps application. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look at a building from 4 years ago that used to be a burnt out hole in the ground. And now you look at the building's gone the next 2 years. Then 2 years later, there's a really nice, beautiful building where that once was. So Detroit is a city with a lot of problems, but it looks like some of the people there are trying to fix the problems, which I think is great. We're going to cross the street over here to the Vegas sign for you guys. Yeah, I saw a video on Twitter. It was this guy who was trying to help these kids off a school bus. And he's telling all the kids, he's like, okay guys, be safe, be safe, be safe. And the kids are going past him. The kids are no more than 12, 13 years old. And then he turns his camera around and he's in San Francisco, and it's like the worst thing. You feel bad for these kids, man. You know, so you feel bad for these kids in San Francisco. But there's some beautiful parts of every place. Oh. Yeah, Fry's used to be down at Town Square. We're a little ways away from that right now. I don't have the gas to make it to Town Square, nor do I have the battery charge on this phone. The iPhone 13 Pro Max is the ultimate king of battery life. There's testing, you can go look at it. I'm not just saying that, but I don't want to plug a battery in because I got this beautiful mic set up and blah, blah, blah. So there we have it, the Vegas sign. I don't know what Freedom Week is. Sounds pretty cool. I'm not going to cover that, though, I don't think. It sounds polarizing. People get mad at me for it. Oh, boy. I don't know. So today in church, I'm going to close out with this. Today in church, we were talking about how did Jesus preach? And I'm only saying this because I see a lot of people right now in the chat saying, well, this place is better than that place, and that place is better than this place. And what's interesting about that was that the question is, if you're a Christian person or whatever, what do you got to do to get into God's kingdom of God? How good do you have to be? And how do you quantify goodness, right? And our pastor was saying that oftentimes what we do is we compare ourselves to others to say that we're better than that. So you might be like, you might do things that are nefarious, and you know that it's not the best thing, but you're like, it's okay because I'm good compared to that person. So it's really tough, you know. You say, well, you know, San Francisco compared to St. Louis, and St. Louis compared to Louisville, Kentucky, and Louisville, Kentucky compared to Memphis, Tennessee. If you live in one of these communities, don't compare yourself to others. Just ask yourself, how can you do good things in your community to make your community a better place? If you have an obvious problem with crime in your area, maybe join a Citizens Watch, Neighborhood Watch, or I don't know, maybe become a police officer yourself, you know? There's always ways to make it better. And that was the whole point. As long as you got God in your heart and you are really repentant, then He knows that you're going to become better, and then you can, you know, then you're fine. But don't compare yourself to others, because comparing yourselves to others doesn't allow you to become a better person. Then you're just always trying to stay a little bit better than this right here. Does that make sense? But anyways, Fry's closed because Fry's tried to compete with Amazon and they failed. Fry's had a deal for a long time, Fry's Electronics, not Fry's Grocery Store, because that's a place in Arizona. It's a grocery store chain called Fry's. So Fry's down in the electronics store, they stopped receiving items on credit, and then they couldn't afford to get new computers and new items in on credit, so they started selling cheaper brands from China that nobody ever heard of, which were probably okay, but not as good as like a Sony television. And I just heard bad management is what I heard, but I don't know if I believe that, because I know a lot of people that worked at Fry's till the very last day. They made a career of working at Fry's, and you don't generally make a career of working anywhere if you're going to be working for a bad company. But anyways, 478 people watching. Thank you guys so much. This sign is beautiful. I love this sign. And you guys are beautiful, and I love you. I'm going to have you back here hopefully tomorrow at 9 p.m., okay? 9 p.m. tomorrow. I'm going to be by the Stratosphere. I'm going to be pushing it to 9 p.m. because it's going to be 111 degrees tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So join me tomorrow. I love you guys. You guys are great. Like, share, subscribe. If you guys can buy local, okay? If you have a friend that does something, buy from your friend. Tony, thank you so much. Big Mac for you. Nothing compares to you, Tony. You get Homer Simpson. Woohoo! You guys are great. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. But if you guys can buy local, buy local. If you guys have a friend that does a service, buy the service. If you have somebody and you have to pay an extra 20% to buy from a person in your country, buy from the person in your country, because that really helps, okay? Buy from a real human being. You guys are wonderful. I love you guys. 73 Steven, VA3 PLK. I don't know what that means. I just said code words. Now the bombs are raining on somewhere. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, click. You guys are great. Bye, guys.